Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another book haul. I wanted to come on and show you some of the books that have come into my collection lately. So if you would like to see what they are, then stay tuned. Okay, I'm really excited that I picked up the first two of this series. It's the Pumpkin Spice Cafe series. I don't know like what the series is actually called, but the first book is called the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I love that it's written by an author. Oh, it's the Dream Harbor series. I knew it had a series name, but I love that the author's name is Lori Gilmore because, I mean, the Gilmore Girls, duh, and this is like a cozy little book, and so I'm like, ooh, that's going to really make me want to read it because I love the Gilmore Girls. But look at this cover art. I mean, it's so cute and cozy, and then on the back, it's the same thing. So let me read you the description of this book. It says, it's the season to fall in love. When Janine's aunt gives her the beloved Pumpkin Spice Cafe in the small town of Dream Harbor, Jeannie jumps at the chance of a fresh start away from her very dull desk job. Logan is a local farmer who avoids Dream Harbor's gossip at all costs, but Jeannie's arrival disrupts Logan's routine, and he wants nothing to do with the irritatingly upbeat new girl, except that he finds himself inexplicably drawn to her. Will Jeannie's happy-go-lucky attitude win over the grumpy but gorgeous Logan, or has this city girl found the one person in town who won't fall for her charm or her pumpkin spice lattes? So that is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. And then, of course, because I got the first book, I had to pick up the second book in case I really like the series. I won't have to take any time away from reading the next one. And this is called The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. I mean, bookstores, hello, but look at how cute this cover is. It's so cute with the book card out front in the back there. I love it. I love the whole aesthetic of this series. So it says the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. All it takes is a little bit of sugar and spice. I was like, ooh, what's that about? Okay. When a secret message turns up hidden in a book in the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, Hazel can't understand it. As more secret codes appear between the pages, she decides to follow the trail of clues. She just needs someone to help her out. Gorgeous and outgoing fisherman Noah is always up for an adventure, and a scavenger hunt sounds like a lot of fun. Even better that the cute bookseller he's been crushing on for months is the one who wants his help. Hazel didn't go looking for romance, but as the treasure hunt leads her and Noah around Dream Harbor, their undeniable chemistry might just be as hot as the fresh out of the oven cinnamon buns the bookstore sells. So that is The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Lori Gilmore, and I'm really excited to read this one as well. Then I ended up buying the first book in this series, which is called Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. And I decided, I read that book and I was like, ooh, I want to read the second book, but I'm really kind of disappointed because it's already peeling. Like, I don't know if it came to me like that. I don't remember, but the fact that the book is peeling makes me really sad. Anyway, this one is called The Ballad of Never After, and that is the sequel to Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I'll read the back of this one. It says, not every love is meant to be. After Jax, the Prince of Hearts, betrays her, Evangeline Fox swears she'll never trust him again. But when a terrifying new curse is revealed, Evangeline finds herself entering into a tenuous partnership with the Prince of Hearts again. To break the curse, Evangeline and Jax will have to do battle with old friends, new foes, and a magic that plays with heads and hearts. Evangeline has always trusted her heart, but this time she's not sure if she can. The Ballad of Never After. And that's a YA book. Another book by Stephanie Garber that sounded really good to me is Caraval. And this had gotten a lot of good reviews, and I've heard a lot of people talk about how good it is. And it says, remember, it's only a game. And on the back, it says, admit 1 to be used once to gain entrance into Caraval. Main gates close at midnight. Anyone who arrives later than this will not be able to participate or win this year's prize of 1 wish. On the inside, let's see. Yeah, it says, okay, so this is the inside, which I guess is going to talk about what the book's about, so I'll read that. A legendary competition, a mesmerizing romance, an unbreakable bond between 2 sisters. Scarlet Dragna has never left the tiny island where she and her sister Tella live with their powerful and cruel father. Now Scarlet's father has arranged a marriage for her, and Scarlet thinks her dreams of seeing Caraval, the faraway once-a-year performance where the audience participates in the show, are over. But this year, Scarlet's long-dreamt-of invitation finally arrives. With the help of a mysterious sailor, Tella whisks Scarlet away to the show. Only as soon as they arrive, Tella is kidnapped by Caraval's mastermind organizer, Legend. It turns out that this season's Caraval revolves around Tella, and whomever finds her first is the winner. Scarlet has been told that everything that happens during Caraval is only an elaborate performance, but she, nevertheless, becomes enmeshed in a game of love, heartbreak, and magic with the other players in the game. And whether Caraval is real or not, she must find Tella before the 5 nights of the game are over, and a dangerous domino effect of consequences is set off, and her sister disappears forever. Welcome to Caraval. Beware of getting swept too far away. Rosie, hey. Okay, and the last 2 books that I have are from my Book of the Month subscription. I'll put a link for that in the description box if you're interested in joining Book of the Month. I think it's a great club. You get hardcover books at really discounted prices, and they're always like the newest ones. So I've been really pleased with the selection so far, and you can skip a month whenever you decide to if you don't want to purchase that month. So it's kind of like a win-win. If you love books, you can choose from a bunch of titles. You can do add-ons, stuff like that. So this one is the one I chose for the month. This is The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong. And this is gorgeous. This cover art is beautiful. And let me read to you the synopsis. A wandering fortune teller finds an unexpected family in this warm and wonderful debut fantasy. Tao is an immigrant fortune teller traveling between villages with just her trusty mule for company. She tells only small fortunes, whether it will hail next week, which boy the barmaid will kiss, when the cow will calve. She knows from bitter experience that big fortunes come with big consequences. Even if it's a lonely life, it's better than the one she left behind. But a small fortune unexpectedly becomes something more when a semi-reformed thief and an ex-mercenary recruit her into their desperate search for a lost child. Soon, they're joined by a banker with a need for adventure, K-N-E-A-D, and, of course, a slightly magical cat. Tao starts down a new path with companions as big-hearted as her fortunes are small. But as she lowers her walls, she'll have to decide whether to risk everything to preserve the family she never thought she could have. The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong. I hope I'm pronouncing that name properly. And then the second book that I ordered was Lainey Moriarty, and the book is called Here One Moment. I love this author, and I was really pleased to see this as an add-on choice for me. So I will read you the synopsis of this one. If you knew your future, would you try to fight your fate? I don't know. Aside from a delay, there will be no problems. The flight will be smooth. It will land safely. Everyone who gets on the plane will get off, but almost all of them will be forever changed. Because on this ordinary short domestic flight, something extraordinary happens. People learn how and when they are going to die. For some, their deaths are far in the future, age 103, and they laugh. But for 6 passengers, their predicted deaths are not far away at all. How do they know this? There were ostensibly more interesting people on the flight. The bride and groom, the jittery, possibly famous woman, the giant Hemsworth-esque guy who looks like an off-duty superhero, the frazzled, gorgeous flight attendant. but none would become as famous as the Death Lady. Not a single passenger or crew member will later recall noticing her board the plane. She wasn't exceptionally old or young, rude or polite. She wasn't drunk or nervous or pregnant. Her appearance and demeanor were unremarkable, but what she did on that flight was truly remarkable. A few months later, one passenger dies exactly as she predicted. Then 2 more passengers die again as she said they would. Soon, no one is thinking this is simply an entertaining story at a cocktail party. If you were told you only had a certain amount of time left to live, would you do things differently? Would you try to dodge your destiny? Here One Moment by Lainey Moriarty. Okay, I have a couple of additions to this book haul. I'm filming on a different day, but I wanted to add these in and let you know what else I ended up buying. I ended up buying the Discovery of Witches book series. It is, okay, so it's a trilogy, but then somebody had said there's a 4th book. Well, I didn't know that. Do you guys know if there's a 4th book? Because when I looked up the series, there were only the 3 of them. So I ended up getting the All Souls trilogy because I really loved the Discovery of Witches series when I watched it. And so the first book is A Discovery of Witches. The second is the Shadow of Night, and then the third is the Book of Life. So I'm super pumped to have those. I don't know when I'll get to them, but I will eventually. The series was so good. And then I got this book, The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Brianne Randall. I ended up seeing this on a friend's Facebook page, and she really enjoyed it, so I was like, okay, I have to pick it up. And I'll read you the back. It says, Sadie Revelare has always believed that the curse of the 4 heartbreaks that accompanies her magic would be worth the price. But when her grandmother is diagnosed with cancer with only weeks to live, in her first heartbreak, Jake McNeely returns to town after a decade, her carefully structured life begins to unravel. With the news of their grandmother's impending death, Sadie's estranged twin brother Seth returns to town, bringing with him deeply buried family secrets that threaten to tear Sadie's world apart. Their grandmother has been the backbone of the family for generations, and with her death, Sadie isn't sure she'll have the strength to keep the family and her magic together. As feelings for Jake begin to rekindle, and with her grandmother growing sicker by the day, Sadie faces the last of her heartbreaks, and she has to decide, is love more important than magic? Intriguing. Then I picked up Bookshops and Bone Dust because I read Legends and Lattes, and I started off going, I really don't like this book, but I'm a little bit intrigued. I'm going to keep going. And the more I read it, the more I liked it. And then at the end, I was like, okay, this isn't my most favorite book. And it's like, I wouldn't give it 5 stars, but I'd give it like 3.75 or 4. And I was intrigued to see like the story continue. So that's why I got this. And the back says, Viv is a young battle-hungry orc, but her career with the notorious mercenary company Reckham's Ravens isn't going as planned. Wounded during the hunt for a powerful necromancer, she's packed off against her will to recuperate in the sleepy beach town of Merk, so far from the action that she worries she'll never be able to return to it. What's a thwarted soldier of fortune to do? Spending her hours at a beleaguered bookshop in the company of its foul-mouthed proprietor is the last thing Viv would have predicted, but it may be both exactly what she needs and the seeds of change she couldn't possibly imagine. Still, adventure isn't all that far away. A suspicious traveler in gray, a gnome with a chip on her shoulder, a summer fling, and an improbable number of skeletons prove Merk to be more eventful than Viv could have ever imagined. So I think this is supposed to be the prequel to Legends and Lattes. So I got that one. And then last but not least, the third book in the Dream Harbor series, The Christmas Tree Farm. I already read Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I'm slated to read Cinnamon Bun Bookshop. That's the second book. And I had to get the third one. Isn't this so cute? Look at this cover. Oh my God, it's so cute. So it says, Kira North hates Christmas, which is unfortunate since she just bought a Christmas tree farm in town that's too cute for its own good. Bennett Ellis is on vacation in Dream Harbor, trying to take a break from both his life and his constant desire to always fix things. But somehow, fate finds Ben trapped by a blanket of snow at Kira's farm, and, despite her grinchiest first impressions, with the glow of the fairy lights twinkling in the trees and the promise of a warming hot chocolate, maybe, just maybe, those two lost souls will have a Christmas they'll remember forever. So I'm really excited about this last little haul. And I think that's it as far as books coming into my collection until the new year, I'm hoping, considering it's right before Christmas right now. So I'm like, I only have to let up for a little while here. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for giving me some of your time. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.